Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to continue on with our third video. So last week we got to talk about stress and stress part 2, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about celebrating the wins and what that means. And I know we hear like, oh, celebrate your wins, celebrate the wins, but what does that actually mean? So let me give you a little anecdote here. So I'm on my health journey, and I am going through the same thing that everybody else goes through when they're trying to get healthy. They're having to learn, there's a learning curve, and we have to do new things, and maybe not all of those things are going to work out, but maybe they'll get us to the next step. But how do we celebrate all of the wins, not just the big wins, not just the I graduated or I did these amazing big talented things, but also celebrating all those little wins, like I didn't have that bag of Oreo cookies today, or I didn't grab a donut from the break room today. Those are also wins. Or getting up early in the morning and doing a morning routine, or getting up a few minutes earlier to read your book. Those are also wins anytime you can take time for yourself. So we have to celebrate not just the big stuff, but all the little stuff too. And it gets really easy for us to look back and think like we haven't really made any big changes or nothing really major has shifted for us. But if you really look at the actual nitty gritty, there's probably a lot of things that have changed and that have adjusted. So think back to when you actually started your journey or when you got sick. So for me, when I first started on this like real healing journey, I was actually more tired and more grumpy and having a lot more problems than I was before I had started trying to eat cleaner, trying to take better care of myself. And it was really easy for me to fall down into that rabbit hole of I'm not doing enough, or whatever I am doing isn't working towards what I need to be getting to get to my goal. But instead of looking at that big picture of these huge shifts haven't taken place, because that's naturally what I look for as an achievement-oriented person, well, recovering from achievement-oriented, I liked to have these big goals that I was working towards, getting my degree or getting my master's degree, or whatever other program I decided to do after that, so that I could feel that constant accomplishment. And it's been a real learning or challenge for me to learn how to wind that back and celebrate all the little things that have gotten me to this point. So I don't have to set these huge big goals. I can set these smaller goals and celebrate those and be really excited about that. So learning how to sleep, for instance, if you're having a really hard time going to bed or staying asleep, but you're really working on your sleep habits and your sleep patterns, maybe celebrating an extra 15-20 minutes a night will give yourself that little boost of confidence that you need to keep going. So celebrating all those little steps of the way help your body, help your brain, help you want to continue to move forward and move forward and move forward. But if we just do those big major goals, I want to lose 50 pounds, we're not celebrating and we're not feeling like we're done enough or that we're good enough until we get to that moment. Where instead, if we celebrate every single pound along the way or every single good decision that we make about losing weight or getting to that point, if we celebrate all of those, we're going to be a lot happier during the process. We're going to be more inclined to enjoying the journey while it's actually happening, rather than just racing to a finish line. Because unfortunately, when we get to that finish line, the first feeling is maybe excitement. You're really happy that you've gotten to that goal. But the next feeling is a little bit of emptiness, because now you don't know what you're working towards next. You need a new goal. But if you celebrate all these little wins all along the way, I didn't eat the cookie, I didn't go into the break room for donuts, I didn't have, an extra slice of birthday cake, whatever it is that you're trying to get your goal to. Maybe it is sleep, or maybe it is eating a cleaner lifestyle, so you celebrate every time you had an organic meal. All of those things should be celebrated so that you feel good all along the way and not just at the end. Because at the end, we get a little bit of this emptiness. We've been planning and planning and planning and working so hard to get to this one point, but once we get to the point, we realize there really wasn't ever any finish line. There just becomes a new end point. And this can work for all aspects of our life. If we can celebrate all the little things that we're doing, we feel a lot better about ourselves at the end of the day. So as a mom, I always think, well, not always, but I was thinking before, if I didn't get all of the things done or all of the chores done, that I had been failing in some way as a mom, or I was failing some way in this role in my life. When in reality, I did a lot of things during the day. First and foremost, the kids are alive, right? That's the biggest thing. The kids stayed alive the whole day. I have done my job because for some reason, that's the main component of being a mom. It's just keeping your kids alive all day long because they're always trying to do crazy things. The next thing is everybody ate 3 meals. Everybody. So that's a big win. If everybody got meals, even if it was 1 good meal or 2 good meals, everybody ate all day long. Nobody was going hungry. They also went to school or wore clothes that day. Even if they wore pajamas all day, they were clean and they were safe and they were happy. And that's a huge win. So instead of feeling like, I didn't get my entire to-do list done today, looking back and seeing all of the things that you did accomplish. And this fits really well with gratitude. So having gratitude for the things that you've done and the things that you've already accomplished, you're going to make yourself feel a lot better about yourself right now. So every time you do something really amazing for yourself, even if it's just taking a few minutes in the morning before you have to face the day and giving yourself a little bit of credit, I've already done a great job and I can do a great job today and it's going to be a great day. Even something like that would be such a huge win. It would be different than what we normally experience during the day. So take the time, look back on things that you've already done. Maybe you're at some beginning point or you're at a plateau, or maybe you think you're kind of getting towards that end goal. Look and see if there's something that you can celebrate along the way. Did you sleep a little bit longer? Do you have more energy? Did an ache or a pain that used to be there not be there anymore? And really try to remember what it used to be like and see your positive growth. See where you have come from, right? We started from the bottom, now we're here. But now, where are you? Where are you now? And where was your bottom? And how far did you go? And celebrate all along the way. And you can celebrate just by giving yourself, attaboy. Or you can celebrate by rewarding yourself in some way. So if you get to this place during the week, then go get yourself a special coffee or a latte, or go get a little special treat that's safe for you, or give yourself more time. You worked so hard, so now it's okay for you to read a book for an hour or to relax and take a hot bath. Give yourself that gift and celebrate each time that you have a win, instead of having that major goal and then not really celebrating until you get there. Set that big goal, find whatever it is that you want to do with your life, and celebrate every step along the way. Even setbacks can actually bring us more joy and more pleasure as we've learned why those things set us back and build a stronger foundation for that. So keep going, keep winning, and celebrate every single win that you can. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I can't wait to see you next week on Thursday when we get to talk again.